Rock and roll band. If we were a rock and roll band, we'd travel all over the land. We'd play and we'd sing and wear spangly things if we were a rock and roll band. If we were a rock and roll band and we were up there on the stand, the people would hear us and love us and cheer us. Hooray for that rock and roll band. If we were a rock and roll band, then we'd have 1,000,000 fans. We'd giggle and laugh and sign autographs if we were a rock and roll band. If we were a rock and roll band, the people would all kiss our hands. We'd be millionaires and have extra long hair if we were a rock and roll band. But we ain't no rock and roll band. We're just 7 kids in the sand with homemade guitars and pails and jars and drums of potato chip cans. Just 7 kids in the sand, talking and waving our hands and dreaming and thinking, oh, wouldn't it be grand if we were a rock and roll band? Oh. There we go. Something missing. I remember I put on my socks. I remember I put on my shoes. I remember I put on my tie that was painted in beautiful purples and blues. I remember I put on my coat to look perfectly grand at the dance. Yet I feel there's something I may have forgot. What is it? What is it? Memorizing Mo. Mo memorized the dictionary, but just can't seem to find a job or anyone who wants to marry someone who memorized the dictionary. Somebody has to. Somebody has to go polish the stars. They're looking a little bit dull. Somebody has to go polish the stars for the eagles and starlings and gulls. All been complaining that they're tarnished and worn. They say they want new ones we cannot afford. So please get your rags and your polishing jar. Somebody has to go polish the stars. Reflection. Each time I see the upside-down man standing in the water, I look at him and start to laugh, although I shouldn't oughta. For maybe in another world, another time, another town, maybe he is right side up and I am upside down. Fancy dive. The fanciest dive that ever was dove was done by Melissa of Coconut Grove. She bounced on the board and flew into the air with a twist of her head and a twirl of her hair. She did 34 jackknives, backflipped and spun, quadruple gainered and reached for the sun, then somersaulted 9 times and a quarter, and looked down and saw that the pool had no water. That's not good. Here comes. Here comes summer. Here comes summer. Chirping robin, budding rose. Here comes summer. Here comes summer. Gentle showers, summer clothes. Here comes summer. Here comes summer. Whoosh, shiver, there it goes. The Dragon of Grindley Grun. I'm the Dragon of Grindley Grun. I breathe fire as hot as the sun. When a knight comes to town, I just toast him on sight like a hot, crispy cinnamon bun. Cinnamon bun. When I see a fair damsel go by, I just sigh a fiery sigh, and she's baked like a tater. I think of her later with a romantic tear in my eye. I'm the Dragon of Grindley Grun, but my lunches aren't very much fun, for I like my damsels medium rare, and they always come out well done.